What's up everyone, this is MrKingLiam here, and today I'm bringing to you the long-awaited return of my Yu-Gi-Oh! Deck profiles. It's definitely been a long time since I've last did a deck profile, but I wanted to do some testing with deck profiles just to make sure that things could work out with the new link summoning mechanic and with the new way you play extra deck cards. But I feel like now I'm ready to get back to doing deck profiles. And since Code of the Duelist just came out, it makes perfect sense that we start off with Lightsworm. So first off, just to say, I'm not running the Twilight Lightsworm because I tried testing them out, but I found the Lightsworm build more consistent than the Twiswarms. So this is what I've come up with. We have 3 Judgment Dragon, then we have 3 Wolf. Great way to get some monsters on the field when you discard Lightsworms. 1 Gareth, Lightsworm Warrior. This is another Lightsworm along with Jane Paladin. Running 3 Raiden, Hand of the Lightsworms. This can actually come in handy with another Lightsworm card, which I'll get to in a minute, with its ability. Then we have 3 Lila, just to get rid of some problematic cards. Then we have 3 Eren, this is another Lightsworm. 3 Felice. Just like Wolf, this is a way to special summon, get some monsters onto the field at a fast rate. Sorry, I lost my train of thought. Yeah, you can also tribute this card to target a monster you control and then destroy the target. Obviously, since this is a light deck, I'm running an Honest. 3 Lumina, 1 Career Bandit. This is a little bit of way to send Lightsworm cards to the graveyard. And then we're running 1 Minerva. Quite funny actually, because there's 2 Minervas now. For the spells, we're running 3 Solar Recharge. Doesn't really need too much explanation. A draw engine for the Lightsworms. 1 Foolish Burial. 2 Charge of the Light Brigade. Just a good way to search your card and get some handy cards. 2 Lightsworm Sentry. Now this card I actually only started running recently, but this card actually has really come in handy. So what it does is basically you can discard a Lightsworm card from your hand to the graveyard, and then you can target another Lightsworm monster on the graveyard and you can add it to your hand. Also, each time a card is sent from your deck to the graveyard, you can put a shine counter on this card. If a Lightsworm will be destroyed by card effect, you can remove 2 shine counters instead of destroying the Lightsworm. So overall, this is definitely a good way to recycle cards. Most of the time I just use it to get rid of dead draws such as Felice or Wolf, and go for more handy cards like Lumen or Raiden. Yeah, this is definitely a handy card, although I have to admit probably I'm not running 3 because sometimes this has actually ended up being a little bit of a dead draw. So I think 2 is the right amount. Then we have Regeki, doesn't really need too much explaining, staple on most decks. And then we're running 3 Mystical Space Typhoon. For the traps, we have Bottomless, Torrential Tribute, 3 Lightsworm Judgment. This was the Lightsworm card in Raging Tempest, I believe. And this card definitely helps out Lightsworms quite a lot. Now earlier I was talking about a combo with Raiden. So the combo is you get a Lightsworm Judgment on the field, and then the next turn you summon Raiden, activate Raiden's ability to discard 2 cards from the deck. This will be on the top of the deck, so go to the graveyard, and then you can add a Judgment Dragon to your hand. So it's a good way, it's a good search technique to have Raiden and a Lightsworm Judgment. Then we're also running 1 Breakthrough Skill, a Compulsory Evacuation Device, and 2 Twilight Eraser. Now this is actually the brand. Sorry about the chair. This is actually the newest card to come out of Code of the Duelist, and it helps out the deck quite a bit actually. So its effect is actually what I can do is just. Oh, okay, never mind. I thought that might increase, but never mind. So its ability is if you control 2 or more Lightsworm monsters with the same type and different names, that will be on the field. Obviously, you can banish 2 Lightsworm monsters from your graveyard, then target 2 cards in the field, banish them. So a good way to get rid of some cards then. If this card's sent from the deck to the graveyard by a Lightsworm monster effect, so basically that's pretty much all of them, then you can special summon one Lightsworm monster from your hand. So that's another way. So that's another way to get maybe Felice or Wolf onto the field if it is a dead draw. So it does come in handy. Although I haven't really been able to use it too much, so that's why I'm running 2. Now for the extra deck. Now first off, I'm not actually running any Link monsters in this deck because pretty much most of the time, even though there's a lot of like tuners and possibilities, most of the time I end up just going for Judgment Dragon and just one extra deck monster. So with this deck it doesn't really make too much difference if I have a Link monster or not. So this is what I've got for my extra deck. For level 8s, I'm running 1 Scrap Dragon, 1 Crimson Blader, a Stardust Spark Dragon. For the level 7s, I'm running Michael the Arc Lightsworm. Definitely does come in handy, running 2 of those. And a Black Rose. For the rank 8s, I'm running a number 62 Galaxy Eyes Prime Photon Dragon and a Galaxy Eyes Cypher Dragon. And for the rank 4s, we have Dark Rebellion Exceeds Dragon. Quite possibly my favourite rank 4 at the moment. It seems that most decks I run this card and I usually go for it most of the time in my first rank 4 Exceed. So yeah, I'd say that's I'd probably run that in every deck now. We also have number 101 Sunderland Arc, Starleech Paladino. Obviously we have a Minerva the Exalted Lightsworm. This has got a reprint in Battles of Legend Light's Revenge, so it makes it a little bit easier to get. But most of the time I only end up going for 1, I have to admit. So that's why I'm only running 1 copy. And then for our last rank 4 we have Go Cowboy. And then I'm just running 2 rank 3s in the deck. I'm running a Super Quantal Mech Beast Grand Pulse. Quite a handy card if your opponent has some problematic cards. Good defense as well. And then we have 1 Levia the Sea Dragon to retrieve some banished cards from Twilight Eraser. So there was my Lightsworm deck for 2017. Now I suspect the ban list might actually be coming out in September. So what I'll probably do is I might make an alteration to this deck after the ban list comes out. But this is the build I found to be quite good fun to play. Now obviously there are some dead draws which you can't do much about. But overall I find this deck actually pretty fun to use. Now if there's any other cards that I would think about maybe adding in, it would be maybe another Michael, because it seems that most of the synchros end up going for him. Maybe a Dark Hole just to clear more problems, or maybe even the Twilight Eraser, things like that. So there was my Lightsworm deck for August of 2017. Leave in the comments below what ideas you would have to make this deck more consistent, and I will take a look at the feedback. So if you enjoyed this deck profile, then please make sure to like this video and also subscribe to know when my newest deck profiles are coming out, and also be free to check out my previous deck profiles as well. And also be free to check out the Battles of Legend opening. Battles of Legend opening I did with the Lightsworm cards, and also coded the Duelist with the new Lightsworm support. I hope you've enjoyed this deck profile, and for now, this is MrKingLiam signing out.